To Soda City Live. The holidays should be a time of love and laughter and to spend with your family and friends. But it might seem hard to believe, but not everyone experiences comfort and joy in this season. For some, it can be a season of dread, and for others, a reminder of loss. But if you're one who feels this way, just want to let you know that you are not alone. Licensed psychotherapist and CEO of Jill Smith and Associates, Jill Smith, joins us today to share a few things that you can do to help you get over what should feel like the most wonderful time of the year. Jill, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Such a great topic.
Absolutely. So let's start from the trends that you see this time of year.
Well, like you said, we have a lot of pressure this time of year to feel really happy and up and to be our best. And for some of us, that fits right in, and we're falling in line, as you might say. But for others, we have a harder time. And so part of my message today is to let those folks know that, yes, we can work on it. But if you just are not a holiday person, we see you, no judgment, don't judge yourself, and that's okay. But yeah, we have a lot of trends that seem to go in the direction of people feeling anxious, overwhelmed. We were talking about that a minute ago, that sometimes we hit the stores and there's a feeling of we're behind. Everybody else is, ahead of us with their planning, that we are, have a lot of pressure to show up in a certain way. People do get depressed and sad, feel left out and alone and isolated.
Yeah, and I think of seasonal depression as well as a factor.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's darker, it's colder. So those of us that need sunlight to feel better, we're not getting as much, and that can definitely be a factor this time of year.
I know. And let's talk about some of the other reasons. So one that you shared with us, we have a full screen we're going to share with our viewers, but one of them you mentioned was like the anxiety. And I know I mentioned to you a little bit off camera, I always get that feeling during the holidays, number one, with the traffic and in the traffic on the road and in the stores. It almost feels like when we're having like our little winter flurries and everyone's scrambling for the eggs, the butter, and the milk, but everyone's scrambling trying to get these toys and then these presents and these gifts and that pressure as well.
That pressure, and you might hear about something that's trending and then you decide you want to get it and it's not available. Or like you said, we're running out of time for things to be delivered, so we have to get out in the traffic. It's just a different time of year, and it's a lot that I think we expect of ourselves. Sometimes people have lost a family member or had some other tragedy or some other heartbreak happen this time of year. And just like with anything that happens throughout the year, when this season comes, it's hard not to remember that we lost mom or we had something else difficult happen. So some of us are sort of fighting through that, where we are not sure that we can let go of that and just be present with all the comfort and joy and happiness.
Yeah.
So that's a common thing that happens to people.
And then the social anxiety, being around a lot of family. People don't realize it, but you can be anxious around family as well.
That's right.
Just the idea of people asking you questions that you might not be ready and prepared for. Talk about that.
And all those dinner table conversations that we don't necessarily want to have. One of the things we talk about for Thanksgiving is to be able to say to yourself and to your family, listen, I want to be here with you. I don't necessarily want to talk about those other things, but that doesn't mean I don't want to be here with you. So let's just enjoy each other and let's not delve into the difficult subjects, politics and so on. The same with Christmas. We work on family issues all year long in therapy, but that still might mean that you choose not to gather with your family and spend a lot of time, and that's okay. Again, that's my message, is it's okay to do you during the holidays.
I love that. That is amazing. And one more thing that I think a lot of people also experience is, when you're kids, you think, oh my goodness, Christmas, it takes forever to get here. But then when you're an adult and you're the one buying the gifts or getting, preparing for guests or entertaining, it's like, oh my gosh, Christmas is here again.
Again. It comes so fast. And it starts earlier and earlier in the year. We're barely through Halloween and the Christmas decorations are going up.
Yeah.
I think that does stop a lot of people in their tracks. So one thing that I think might help is to celebrate your own Christmas differently each year. One Christmas you might go or holiday, I don't mean to just talk about Christmas, you might go all out, and another you might take it a lot, pare back with the decorations and just spend more of your money and your effort giving to volunteer organizations like Families Helping Families. So it's sort of mixing it up yourself can help that feeling of, oh my gosh, it's here again. Didn't we just pack up the ornaments?
Yeah.
But you mentioned children. I think this is particularly hard for families who are not voluntarily child-free, who are trying to start families, because it is such a child-oriented season. So again, we have to remember those folks and the folks that choose to be child-free.
Yeah.
And that's okay too, to find your own version of what the season means to you that's more adult-oriented than child-oriented, whether it means hanging out in bookstores more, or one of your callers or somebody that had responded to your Facebook question earlier said they want to go to have a staycation at a local hotel. I mean, that might be something fun for you to do if you're not hiding elves around the house, or if you don't have an elf that hides itself around the house.
I love that. Well, Jill, we want to share those tips that you have for us. We have them right there on the screen. So one, you're saying accept your feelings as normal and valid.
That's right.
Keep family visits short.
Yes.
Plan adult gatherings. That's a really good one. Make each holiday unique. We just covered that.
Yes.
And I love this one. She says, do you, boo. Find what you value and head that way. Jill, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
It's such a pleasure. And if our viewers are wanting to connect with you, how can they do so?
803-814-5559. We have room for you. So call us. Come in and get some therapy.
Awesome, especially this time of year. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Maybe seeking counseling might be something for your New Year's resolution. So we'll have all these details on our website, SodaCityLive.com. Be sure to stick with us. We have more tips coming up after this.